Hello everybody, I'm John Self, and welcome to Self Perspective, a weekly video blog with information and insight to help you manage your career. I'm in Salt Lake City getting ready to interview some candidates for a president and CEO position. And as I sat around this afternoon going through the files and as I was making the trip up today from Dallas, I had some time to think about some of the emails and calls that I've gotten lately. And they are predominantly from executives who are very accomplished, who have good academic credentials, they have good professional credentials, they've had a great progression, a career progression with ever increasing complexity and improving performance. So what's not to like? And yet these candidates are really struggling to break through. They made a change, or there was a political issue in their hospital, or there was a layoff, and they now are back in the job market. And some of these people are really good people, but they're struggling to connect with recruiters and prospective employers. And one of the most common comments that I hear is, how do I break through? What am I doing wrong? How do I communicate my message more effectively? And sometimes when you just start thinking about an issue, you can really stumble across some truths that you know, but really haven't latched onto. And one of those is this, that the interview has an element of performance art to it. And what do I mean by that? Well, somebody else described it as you have a preacherly moment. Well, let's connect those dots and let me tell you what that means. There are times in a preacher's sermon, or in a play, or in a speech, where the speaker will slow down, will pace his words a little bit more carefully to make a point, as I'm doing now. People tend to kind of zero in when that happens. If your level of comment and your level of your voice is flat and it's at the same pace, people tend to tune out. They don't mean to, but it's just sort of human nature. When you have a great question about, tell me about something that your mom and dad taught you that really defined who you are today, man, that is a question that begs a great story answer where you can instill a little of that preacherly performance art. You have to think about it, you have to be prepared, but there's an opportunity to make a great connection with a recruiter. And the great thing about that question is it's usually the first one that they ask. Another one is, why are you interested in our hospital? And again, if you really think about your values, your stories of your life, some great experiences you've had, you can really put together an answer that's a winning answer, that connects with them, that helps them remember you as a memorable candidate, someone they liked in the interview. Keep in mind, when you've been invited by the recruiter to meet face-to-face, or you've been invited by the employer to come to their site to meet with their team, it's not because they're anxious to rule you out. They're actually looking for a reason to hire you. And so many candidates miss that opportunity because they're not really prepared to think about how they want to, what's information they want to present and how they want to present it. If you have questions, if you have specific questions that you want me to help you form an answer for, you can reach me at asktherecruiter@johngself.com, or you can contact me through our office and our webpage. I hope this information has been helpful. I'm John Self, and I'll see you next week.